You're here because you're about to drop $100 on the Edifier G2000 gaming speakers, seduced by the 4.6 stars and that slick RGB glow. I bought them, tested them for weeks, and I'm here to deliver the brutal, honest truth you need to hear before you click buy. But here's what surprised me. This review isn't going to be what you expect. Therefore, if you want the real problems, the hidden flaws, and whether these speakers are a desktop blessing or a bass-boosted curse, stick around. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's start with the unboxing, which is like a magic trick. The presentation is fantastic. You get these cool column-shaped speakers, a control pod that feels surprisingly dense, and all the cables you could ask for. It feels premium. Setup is a joke. A good one. You plug stuff in, it works. Bluetooth pairs instantly, the RGB lights up, and you think, wow, 4.6 stars for a reason. But that's the magician distracting you with the shiny lights while the real trick is happening with the sound. Therefore, let's dive into the number one promise: superior sound. Edifier boasts hi-fi quality, 32W of power and strong bass. And at first listen, for gaming, they're fine. Gunshots are crisp, footsteps are decently positioned. It's serviceable, but switch to music or a movie and the problems begin. The so-called mega bass port doesn't deliver mega bass. It delivers a muddy, one-note boom that smothers the mids. Vocals in songs sound like they're singing from inside a cardboard box. It's like the speakers ate a subwoofer and have a constant stomach ache. Here's the twist. The EQ modes make it worse. You have game, music, and movie. Game mode is the most balanced, ironically, but music mode adds a weird, hollow echo. Movie mode just cranks that bloated bass further. So you're left tweaking the manual bass and treble knobs on the control pod constantly, never quite finding a sweet spot. It's an acoustic puzzle where the pieces don't fit. Why does this happen? The design is part of the problem. That unique column shape and 0.65 L cavity look cool, but likely create acoustic compromises. The 10-degree tilt is nice, but you can't adjust it. So if your monitor is high, the sound is literally shooting at your chest, not your ears. It's a small thing, but it matters. The matte finish picks up fingerprints like a detective, and those anti-slip pads. They're more like mild suggestion pads. Now the RGB. It's a party on your desk with 12 effects, but here's a joke: calling it illumination is generous. It's more of a polite glow. In a well-lit room, it's barely noticeable. You buy RGB to be seen, not to play a subtle game of hide-and-seek with your keyboard lights. It's the acoustic equivalent of a quiet person at a loud party, trying hard but not making an impact. Compatibility is where the G2000 almost redeems itself. USB sound card mode for pristine PC audio, check. Bluetooth 5.3 for stable connection, check. Aux-in for everything else, check. It works with your PS5, your Switch, your phone, your toaster if it has a jack. This is genuinely great. You can seamlessly switch between devices. Therefore, if you need a simple, all-in-one audio hub for a cluttered desk, this gets a point. But is convenience worth compromised sound? That's the million-dollar, or rather $100 question. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the 4.6-star Amazon rating. How? I scoured the reviews. Many 5-star ratings are from people upgrading from terrible laptop speakers or basic Logitech models. Anything is an improvement from that. It's like giving a 5-star review to a bicycle because you've only ever crawled. Other reviews praise the looks and the connectivity, which is fair, but gloss over the sound profile. The critical reviews, the ones that matter, consistently point out the boomy, unbalanced bass and the lack of clarity. They're the ones you should listen to. So, who is this speaker for? It's for the casual gamer who prioritizes a clean, RGB-lit setup and seamless switching over audiophile-grade sound. It's for someone who watches YouTube videos and streams, not someone who critically listens to music or wants cinematic immersion. If your current sound is a disaster, The G2000 is a structured upgrade. But if you already have a decent audio setup, this will feel like a side grade with extra wires and a bass problem. What's the alternative? For around the same price, you could look at a pair of dedicated bookshelf speakers from Edifier's own R-Series, which often go on sale. They'll sacrifice the RGB and the gaming-focused design, but they'll deliver vastly superior, balanced sound for music and movies. Or, invest in a good pair of gaming headphones for competitive audio. The G2000 tries to be a jack of all trades, and as the old joke goes, it often ends up master of none, though oftentimes better than master of one. In this case, it's not even better. Here's my final, brutal assessment. The Edifier G2000 is a speaker system that prioritizes form and function over fundamental fidelity. It looks the part, it connects to everything, and it won't utterly disgrace itself in a Fortnite match. But its sound signature is fundamentally flawed for anything beyond casual use. The bass is a bully, the EQ modes are gimmicks, and the premium feel stops at the surface. Therefore, my verdict is in the title. Don't buy the Edifier G2000 unless your needs fit that very specific style over substance niche. If you've made it this far, you're clearly someone who does their research. You want the truth, not the hype. Therefore, I've done the legwork for you. I've found the best current price on Amazon for the G2000 and for some alternatives worth considering. All the links are in the description below. Click them, check the prices, read the reviews with this new context. Make an informed choice. For the best price and to see if you're willing to roll the dice on these speakers despite the problems, click the link in the description now.